Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the GillenMarkets British Open 2025. We're ready to keep the action flowing here on the main stage, and we look forward to another thrilling match, hopefully this one going down to the wire. We're going to switch our attention to the women's draw next, so we can invite you back to your seats, and a reminder just to keep these aisles free and clear as we introduce the players back onto court, starting with the current world number 18, representing England, it's Jasmine Hutton! And her opponent today is the current world number 1 representing Egypt. It's the Terminator, Nouran Gohar!
Second women's match coming up for you. Is number 1 seed Nouran Gohar taking on England's Jasmine Hutton. I'm Vanessa Atkinson. I've got Lisa Aitken joining me for this one. Good afternoon, Vanessa. Number 1 seed excited to open her campaign here this year, and it's a history that goes all the way back to 2016. Where she made the final for the first time, slightly prematurely, but it was a very tight final, losing out to Shabini. She went on to win the event in 2019 against Camille Serme, France, in the final. She's made it through to 6 finals in total, again in 2021.
11-2, match to Shabini.
Again, the Warrior Princess taking that one. The 2022 final against El Hamami, runner-up once again.
11-4, much to Hamami, 3-1.
I mean, it's incredible, really, Vanessa. We're talking 9 years of British Open finals. That's, you know, almost a decade at the top of the game at the most prestigious events in the calendar. What's really cool, actually, watching this reel is the evolution of Gohar. You know, the style of squash that she was playing 9 years ago. There's a lot of it still here, but there's so much more variation now. The style of squash is changed altogether as well, and she's been, you know, 1 of 2, 1 of 3 in that pack to just take this game to new levels.
Yeah, that was huge, wasn't it, last year? Obviously, she'd won the event previously, but to beat the Warrior Princess in that final, who she'd lost out to in so many finals, similar to the World Championships in some ways, runner-up so many times to then finally take that title.
Last year was so impressive when she came out of winning the World Championships, and then she said she'd almost forgotten about the British Open, which was a week or 2 after. She didn't have any of her team here, no coaches, no parents. She took to proceedings on her own and rattled through the draw there as well, off the back of that massive emotional affair at the World Championships. It's really incredible.
Well, up against English player Jas Hutton, who's been in pretty good form all season, really. 26 years old now. 9 titles so far. 20 finals, 12 finals, pretty good conversion rate for her. And she'll want to make the most of this against the best player in the world. She's in that sort of ranking bracket where she wants to push the top players. It's like just inside the top 20.
Yeah, Hutton really deserves that ranking, that highest ranking as well. She's definitely a top 16 in the world player. She's pretty consistent when it comes to the diamond events, the platinum events, getting through to where she is seeded. Never really has a bad loss, and certainly playing at the highest level that we've seen her play.
Well, the last meeting against Gohar was a bit of a bad loss in that it was 19 minutes in duration. Did a little bit better time previous to that in Hong Kong in 2022. That Pro Classic, February of last year, that was a very comfortable win for Gohar, so she'll certainly want to provide a little bit more resistance this time around. on home soil.
Had a terrific match, Hutton was Satomi Watanabe in SSL a couple of nights ago. Went all the way to the wire in the best of 3 format, 11-10 in the third. So she'll have some confidence from that. Her draw changed here as well. She was due to play in round 1 with withdrawal of Rowan El Arabi and Hani El Hamami. She's snuck in with the bye. Unfortunately, coming up against the number 1, but did get that bye through to round 2.
And the very experienced Roy Gingell looking after this match with Roman Sek in the VR position. Zach Alexander once again in the corner for Nouran Gohar.
Play will start
He's
in
been
30
travelling
seconds.
all over with the world number 1 of late.
GillenMarkets British Open 2025, women's round 2 match. Jasmine Hutton of England to serve. Nouran Gohar of Egypt to receive. Best of 5 games. Love all.
And here we go, Lisa. Can Hutton sort of cause a bit of a bump in the road here for the world number 1?
I think she can give her a good test, that's for sure. Whether she's going to come through as the victor, I'm less convinced.
1 love.
But I think she's more than capable of taking a game. She's more than capable of pushing Gohar to her top level squash.
Likes to play fast root form squash, quite similar in some ways, these two, although she's met her match against Gohar with that type of squash. Will she need to sort of provide the differences? Beating Gohar at her own game is a tough task.
Yeah, that's certainly not going to work, I would say. It's going to have to be extremely accurate if she's to do that.
2-1.
With Hutton, though, it's rare that we see plan B. It does need to come out more. A lift like that will certainly do it. It's a good start. Just having a little bit more variation at times with the pace, the holding and the lifting, I think, is something that she's capable of doing, but it's recognising when. Doesn't really like to be stopped with her movement, Hutton, either, so likes to play fast, enticing her opponent into going with her at that tempo so she can keep on the move and keep that flow going. Very accurate from Gohar.
3-1.
Yeah, good intensity to these first few rallies, very lively out there. Great crowd in already, day 1. Yeah, she needs that kind of severity to the finish. Cannot afford to leave that ball sitting up in the front.
2-3.
I like the composure there on that shot from Hutton. We often see her move into that front left. It's one I try to always keep an eye on with Hutton. She comes through two-footed quite a lot in there. Getting the feet balanced and settled and able to put that straight drop in more often. That was, again, the right shot to be playing.
And out, 4-2.
You watch back on SQUASHTV replays, you can see the amount of times Hutton has come up against Hamami this season. That's an area of the court where she's really looked to attack Hutton, is in the front left in particular. Not necessarily that shot as a winner, but that follow-up shot, knowing that that one's going to come deep. and then pouncing onto that counter attack.
She was under a lot of pressure in that rally, and the fist pump for what looked like a little bit of a lucky shot.
And out, 3-4.
I think that warranted more of an apology, to be honest.
You take them all, Vanessa. Core.
No. And out, 5-3.
I like the intent to volley from Hutton, but not quite balanced to execute that one above the tin.
Yeah, you cannot leave the ball there.
6-3.
Against Gohar. The cross court, too narrow, too short. Yeah, lovely. Well adapted, awkward ball.
Yeah, she's
And out,
choosing her
4-6.
shot selection wisely. She's got a good level of focus here, Hutton, recognising when to put the ball into the front.
She's throwing in a lot of angles already.
And
Two or
out,
both Gohar.
7-4.
Out and out winner on that occasion, but looking to sort of step up and take on the volley on a loose cross court.
An aggressive angle from Hutton.
And out, 5-7.
Again, the straight drop was the one that set that up, wasn't it?
Yeah. And out, 8-5.
3 points clear, but it's been the 3 errors, hasn't it, from Hutton? I don't think there's been any errors so far from Gohar, and that's the difference.
A lovely defence from Hutton. Oh, she's chopped across those two backhand volley drops so aggressively. That angle that we saw it from there just showed, almost exaggerated just how aggressive it was. It was so difficult for the movement of Gohar. It's an area of the court that a lot of people look to attack the lefty high up on the backhand, but I think she's for also
Not up, thank you.
5'4", I'm going to say
Out,
Hutton is.
9-6.
She takes on that backhand volley extremely well.
I thought she'd be taller than that.
I think she's my height.
10-6.
Well, out of
Game
nowhere,
ball.
two very aggressive winning shots from Gohar and 4 game balls. Just as Hutton was starting to make some headway.
Yes, let 10-6 game ball. Game to Gohar.
Another winner to close out the game.
1 game to love.
I don't think she made a single error in that first game. A lot to like about Hutton's performance as well, though. All those few unforced errors. 8 minutes in duration. Nouran Gohar, the #1 seed, takes it 11-6. A 1-love lead for her.
It was very entertaining opening game between these two. A lot of attacking squash being played. Both players like to use a lot of pace and power in their game, and we saw a lot of variation into the front. Both players just trying to expose each other's movement. A lot of angles being used, a lot of boths, crossfades. As Vanessa said, a lot to like about what Hutton's doing and how she's trying to play. The error count being the difference. The lovely backhand straight volley drop there from Gohar. Defending champ in charge this match so far.
Jenkins there in the corner for Jazz Hutton.
Oh, the shoes were off. Just giving the feet a little breather. Certainly they did some work in the first game.
Play will resume in 60 seconds.
Loves to wrap that grip really high up the racket. I've noticed that from.
Yeah.
You see the ones in the bag there. She obviously doesn't have any scissors.
I always wrap it a few times around the top so that it ends up perfectly.
Let's use scissors and cut it.
Who has scissors on them? Never.
Fifteen seconds.
Oh, Cleaner doing a very thorough job there.
Goa leads 1 game to love. Level.
Just a bit of attention to detail required for Hutton.
And out 1 love.
And she starts off this second game with a nice winner.
And out
forehand,
1-all.
2-all boast.
Not up.
Straight in the nick off serve.
2-1.
What we call an ace. That's a lovely hold.
3-1.
Definitely playing a lot of variety here, Gohar. It's usually something we see unfold in the latter or second half part of our matches. She's
And
bringing
out.
all the stops out
2-3.
straight away. Variation with the boasting, cross kills, straight drops.
She's on a bit of a mission here.
Do you think that's a tactical plan against Hutton, or is it more of an overall tournament strategy?
I think maybe there's a little bit of wanting to settle in that first game. It's obviously first match of the tournament, first match on the glass court. You're just sort of feeling your way through it, and she's got the 1-love lead
And
now.
out,
A bit of extra
4-2.
confidence, and now she's just shifting gears, isn't she?
Just going back to that evolution of Gohar throughout the years of the British Opens that we saw
5-2.
building into this match.
5-2.
It really is quite incredible how someone at the top of the game, and very dominantly so, has just continued to look for something new throughout the season, not just in the summer and the off-season. Throughout the season, what can we be adding? What can I
5-2.
bring into my
Play
game?
review Goa on the yes/less decision.
We've seen so much variation and little subtleties into her game now.
First review. Gohar looking for a stroke.
Split
one.
decision upheld. Gohar has
video
one
end.
review remaining. Right box 5-2.
Sure it's left.
Sorry?
Sure it's left. Right box or?
Right box 5-2. Down.
Nod of the head,
And out. 3-5.
insinuating it was the right shot for Gohar to be playing.
She's done well to weather the storm
4-5.
here. Gohar, there was a real push to build us a good lead.
Down. Hand out.
That's
6-4.
those errors just sort of littered throughout that first game.
And out 5-6.
Ooh,
Oh, that looked a bit dodgy, yeah. Maybe staying on the racket a bit too long. Really caught Gohar deep in the court there.
This is very impressive from Hutton. With the way that Gohar came out in this second game, a lot of players would be off court already by now.
Hand out 7-6.
She's done it again.
It's two errors at two crucial moments where she could have just capitalised on getting that momentum back. It's recognising what we were actually speaking about this off air, recognising the moments when to be solid and when you can afford to maybe go and have that finer margin.
Out.
I just felt like this little spell, Gohar's lost a bit of that variation that I was bigging up, but that's
8-6.
just down to the pressure that Hutton's been able to put on. The way she started this game, she was holding the ball a lot, she was soft dropping into the front. Oh, it's beautifully straightened and so often cross-courted out of that front
Hand out
left.
7-8.
It's quick-fire rallies, isn't it?
Brilliant. She's sort of refusing to be pushed into that defensive role against Gohar. She's pushing up. They're matching her at every turn. Oh, it's so good, that boast.
It's the repeat movement,
Hand
isn't
out
it, into that front left,
9-7.
just as she's coming back out. Just like that, the second game has such a different feel about it with the scoreline.
Start.
Oh dear.
She checked her racket just before she hit that.
10-7 game ball. Right box, please.
3 game balls for Gohar.
Down. 11-7, game to
The
Gohar.
ball going into the tin.
Gohar leads 2 games
Gohar
to love.
closes out the second game. Still virtually error-free from the world number 1, but certainly not having it all her own way. We're pleased with the 2-love lead here. 9 minutes for that second game. She took it 11-7. 2-love after 19 minutes for the world number 1.
Well, it was a fantastic start to the second game from Gohar, coming out with a lot of variation. Again, both players really utilising the front 2/3 of the court. Lots of angles still. It's very aggressive style of squash. It's quick fire as well. Not too many lengthy gut-busting rallies, but the pace is ferocious. To not back down at all there, to be submissive with Gohar, but again, just the errors, big points, big moments in the match, just allowing Gohar to come back in.
Play will resume in 60 seconds.
I know the mindset here from Hutton will be confident. She's been in this, she's not too far away. She's really taken her best squash to Gohar, and she'll feel like this is one last hurrah really for the season. It's the last event for her. There's 2 games to love down against the world number 1. Let's leave everything out there. It's been a fantastic season, and let's just see if we can sneak this 3rd game.
Yeah, it's a difficult one because she's got to remain aggressive with her game, with her hitting, but at the same time you just can't afford to make that many errors. She's working so hard to draw level and then just putting a really soft error in.
We're only talking about 3. I think it was 3, maybe 4. That's not many at all.
Gohar leads 2 games to love.
But it's too many against the world number 1.
Level.
It's too many when your opponent's making 0 errors as well. Very solid so far from Gohar.
1 love.
Very businesslike, respecting the level of the opponent she's up against in this first match.
And out.
I'm very disappointed, obviously, to lose out in the semi-final of the World Championships, Gohar, but she's here off the back of a good win, Palm Hills. Even though she was sort of the clear number 1 seed there, it's still always good for the confidence to lift that trophy heading into a tournament.
Well, it did her well last year at the British Open, coming in off the World Championship title. It's always nice to win a tournament. Tournaments are hard to win. Doesn't matter if it was a 3-love all the way through or if you were challenged. It's difficult to back up every single day and actually lift the title at the end. There's a few tests in there for her. They say winning is a habit. On paper, seeded to meet Amina Orfi in the semi-final here. Never thought I would say this, but slightly out of form, perhaps, Amina Orfi, or are people starting to figure out how to beat her? Obviously, losing to Tomi Watanabe in Palm Hills, Nara Bass at the World Championships.
Yeah, I think there's just a little bit of a shift mentally, and that she's now got the ranking, and there's a bit more expectation, I guess, on those matches. She's not able to come in and play with quite as much freedom.
A lovely ball.
And out 3-all. And out 4-3. Down. And out 4-all.
Again, Hutton refusing to back down in this third game.
No let.
Oh no, there's a clear bit of contact
Player
there.
review Hutton on the no let decision.
The racket.
Miss Hutton, let's wait for the review.
Racket
Let's see
of
what
Hutton.
happens. Thanks.
Oh yeah, she totally clips her on the racket arm of Gohar. See it more clearly from the front angle.
I mean, there's just no way she would miss that ball otherwise. I actually heard it. I could hear it in real time.
It's a stroke.
Yep. There.
Stroke to Hutton, decision overruled. Hutton has 2 reviews remaining. Left box 5-4.
Oh, that's a lovely shot. Oh, beautiful backhand drop in there from Hutton.
6-4.
That was a double bounce.
First time she's had a lead.
Oh!
And it's a 3-point lead. She needs to protect this lead. This is that moment, Lisa.
This is the moment, Vanessa. This rally cannot end in a Hutton error.
And out
Terminator turning
5-7.
screw. March into the service box. Back to absolutely thumping the ball.
Down. And out
Well, it's
8-5.
Gohar that makes the error. I wouldn't have expected that. Wow, brilliant.
9-5.
Just catching her off guard, isn't it? The earliness that Hutton's getting to the ball, how early she's hitting it as well.
And again there, top of the bounce. No time for Gohar to recover her position. 5 game balls for the English player.
Hand out 6-10 game ball.
Oh, it's an awkward one. The angle's just slightly down the middle.
Broken racket,
The broken
change of rackets.
Racket is the frame.
Yep.
She wasn't happy with it, the back end of that second game. It's just awkward enough.
Right box.
We're still with 3 game balls.
7-10 game ball.
Brilliant. And the roar from Hutton. Trying to get the crowd behind her. Fantastic response. 2-love down. Really came out so positively in that third game. Good, clean, sharp hitting. Taking her chances in the front, cutting out the errors as well. 10 minutes for that third game. Hutton pulls 1 game back, still trailing by 1 game to 2.
Yeah, it was a fantastic game from Hutton. As I said, in between games when it was 2-love, she can afford to come out here and leave it all out there, be really aggressive and attacking, take everything that she's got now to Gohar, and she did exactly that. The ball softened off ever so slightly as well, which helped Jas Hutton as she gets the crowd going there. But there has been a request from Gohar of a new ball, so this is going to change things ever so slightly. The ball's not going to be stopping up as short in the court as it was, and there might need to be a bit of an adjustment here from Hutton, how she's taking the ball in short and when.
Play will resume
1 point, 1 in the front.
60
Hutton
seconds.
there. Straight drop, straight volley drop.
I think there was only 3 rallies that I can remember where she chose to predominantly just hit to the back. The rest of it was, do I have a sniff of the front? I'm going to take it.
A couple of errors creeping in there for the first time from Gohar as well.
Play will resume in 30 seconds. At the end of the third game, Miss Gohar requested a new ball, which she is entitled to.
Ball's going to be
Players will
warm
have
before
time
Hutton even gets back
to
on
warm
court
the
here.
ball.
She'll happily save the energy, I think, and just let the Terminator do her thing.
15 seconds. Gohar leads 2-1. Hutton to serve. Love all.
Well, a bit of a adjustment here required by Hutton. She's not going to be able to fire that ball in quite as early in the rally.
Absolutely flying, isn't it?
Going to need to sort of go with this for a little while.
Yeah, just try and contain Gohar in this early part, or hope that she
1 love.
somehow tin out. But this is where all the little tips and tricks that come in at the top of the game, just that willingness to maybe extend here a little bit longer, recognise the difference that this ball is bringing to the game.
Down. 2-1.
Difficult when how Hutton was playing in that third game.
2-all.
To get the win was pretty instinctual, wasn't it? She is naturally quite attacking and aggressive, and sometimes it can look like there's not much of a plan. So when you're forced into having to think a little bit more because of this new ball, that can really go against you. Bringing her out of her natural flow a little bit.
Hand out.
Sat up perfectly for her, just didn't quite get into position. A little bit close to the ball. But she's unsettled, Gohar, which is not easy to do in itself. Gohar's one of those players, if she senses that she can just sort of run through somebody, she's more than happy to oblige.
Stroke to Hutton. Player review Gohar on the stroke decision.
Gohar reviewing looked pretty clear cut.
Saying that she hit her there on the backswing of that shot. So that one there. Backswing there.
Stroke to Hutton, decision upheld. Gohar has no reviews remaining. Hand out 3-all. No, you'd indicated for a review and the process was complete.
She was
Hand
not
out
wanting to review
3-all.
that decision. She wanted to just show that there was contact on her backswing.
Yeah, she decided it wasn't worth it going into discussion. Probably wise. Well, she's gone from making virtually 0 errors in the first 2 games to the really quite a few. 2 already in this fourth, sorry.
Oh, that's such a clever shot, isn't it? Really shaped up.
Hand out 4.
A soft drop shot and then just sent it ever so slightly deeper in the court. Underused shot, that one, actually. Probably the risk of getting it wrong and giving away a stroke.
Five-4.
Well, she made an error backed it up with that unbelievable volley. Not backing down with this aggressive,
And out,
taking the ball in short.
5-all.
No, but she hasn't hit a drop shot like that in this fourth game yet. Oh, that's immaculate. That's the flip side, isn't it? Just a
6-5.
little pace change.
No let.
I didn't think there was much wrong
Player
there.
review Hutton on the no let decision. Let's wait for the review. Yeah, we are going to have a look at that movement.
Hutton
We
just
will have
saying
a
that
look
she
at
wants her
that
right leg
movement.
looked at. As that leg steps slightly forward, but she doesn't actually make any contact.
I think we're all trying to look for something that's not there. I think the frustration is she's hit a poor shot there and had to.
She had to go the long way around because
Yeah.
she had to make
No let decision
commit
upheld.
forward.
Hutton has one review.
Gohar entitled to
remaining.
take as long as
Hand
she
out,
wants to hit that ball.
6-all.
What's the reason?
Decision is no let. The VI is comfortable with the movement on that occasion.
So you're just going to let her
On that occasion, that is
So but
the
she's just
reply.
going to keep doing it.
Please accept. Please accept.
Bullshit.
This is the last thing that she needs to get
6-all.
preoccupied with. There was nothing wrong there. And she's 6-all in the fourth.
Out. 7-6.
Cry from Gohar. I can imagine she wasn't expected to be this tested, for Hutton to be playing this well against her.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I was thinking this had tough 3-love written all over it.
Me too. Emphasis on the tough.
Yeah.
Of course. Not totally.
Video referee
Hutton
decision
off, know exactly what she's
on
capable
Gohar's
of.
appeal.
Well, let's have a look at this. Hutton going for the straight drop. Just clipped side wall. Oh, she meant that, actually. Did she? She did. It was a very clever shot.
I don't think so. I think if she meant it, it would be better. Giving her a bit of grace there. Maybe she did. I think it was because she was so toppled on the front. Or moving too far forward.
Oh, I didn't read it, though. She actually causes the interference.
Yes, let.
She goes the wrong way
White
initially.
box,
She's expecting the straight
7-6.
drop.
Why?
Yeah,
But
I
for
didn't
the
think that was a let.
interference, she would have got the ball.
She created her own.
No, but for the
Yeah.
interference, she would have got the ball. Yes, let. 7-6.
Again,
Hutton.
just needs to
Miss Hutton.
hold it together
Miss
here.
Hutton, yes, I cannot have you commenting on every word I say. Please accept. Otherwise, it will be code of conduct.
You can see why she's frustrated though, and she's working so hard to win points. And it's not often she can get Gohar wrong-footed, and she's going to be fighting for every single point she can now.
Stroke to Hutton.
I like the stubbornness though about Hutton, the belief is there.
7-all.
I love that she didn't become too deflated after the two game to love deficit. It does produce a different feeling when it's your last tournament of the season. You want to go out with a bang. You're playing against the best in the world. She's been playing well recently.
Yeah, the 2-love deficit seemed to help her. She sort of released a bit of tension in that
No
third.
left.
This is brilliant from Hutton.
8-7.
He's missed a couple on that backhand side with the straight drop. Holding up physically incredibly well so far. Look at that, another winner. That top of the bounce again. It looks so high risk, doesn't it?
9-7.
It does, but it's a great adaptation with the racket. Just taking advantage of those awkward ones, you have to say. And after that little spell of 3 minutes, she's adapted well to the new ball as well. It's the best I've seen Hutton move, I think, ever, actually, in and out of the front two corners.
8-9.
Often we've said it a lot, sometimes she gets stuck in there. She's been bouncing in and out of there effortlessly. You have to be having a good movement day with the style that she's playing here as well. Very open, very aggressive into the front.
That's called the double bounce. That's one of those situations where I'd just like the refs to play the advantage a little bit.
Hand out 10-8 game ball.
Oh, she's not reviewing it. That's a good job, because it was a big fat double. 2 game balls for Hutton to force a fifth.
We want to see it. I mean, Michael called this. He says we're going to hopefully see this one go to the wire.
Not there yet.
Hand out
One
9-10
game ball remaining.
Game ball.
Oh dear.
10-all.
This is where the
Player must
stubbornness
win
with the
by 2
referee needs
points.
to come into the squash as well in these moments. Hang tough. Be solid. Don't look for that quick winner.
Yes, let. Player review, Hutton on
Going for it, Vanessa.
yes, let decision. Yes, she does. Let's wait for the review.
Got a stress oozing out of Gohar here.
Have a look. I mean, she's trying desperately to clear. The second bounce is in the nick, but
Yes, let's.
it's got to be a let, surely.
It has to be a let. I just feel Gohar's looking a little bit too much for Hutton there.
Gets the racket up very early, doesn't she?
That ball. Oh, that's a big call. That is a big call. It did look like she was just looking for Hutton too
Hand
much
out
there.
11-10 game ball.
Terminator's on her toes.
Game ball number 3 for Hutton. Be a big roar from the crowd if she manages to take this.
Oh. Oh, goodness me.
Oh, dear.
Oh, this is absolutely brutal. Hand in the air.
11 on. Ladies,
She did put her hand in
let's
the air.
make sure
Both of
you
them did.
clear the ball now, please. Like we've been doing all game. Don't leave your body in the way. Let's make sure both of you clear the ball. Hand out 11 all.
Roy, you've caused this to happen.
So back to 11 all.
Stroke to Gohar.
Oh dear.
12-11. Match ball.
Gohar with match ball now. After saving 3 game balls. Oh dear. Ball goes into the tin. Gohar manages to squeeze through. She was under a lot of pressure. Very, very tough first round for her. Fantastic performance from Jasmine Hutton. The world number one in all sorts of problems in that match. Very close to forcing a fifth. Let's hear from Gohar. She's talking to Michael.
Very tense finish. The home fans obviously rooting for Jazz there, but congratulations, Nouran, safely through to the last 16. How do you rate that performance from Jazz? I think the last time you met over 12 months ago, it was 3-love, 19 minutes, but she threw everything at you today.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she played incredibly well. She has been improving, and obviously I had to play Satumi first, and then I got Jazz, so it was either way, it was going to be a very tough first round. And obviously backing up Palm Hills, and then 3 events before that, it wasn't easy, but all credit to her. She made it very tough out there today. And yeah, obviously having the crowd behind her, well, to be fair, they were clapping on my good shots too, so I'll just take it.
Yeah, they're a fair crowd. They're a fair crowd. So how are you feeling? Obviously a bit disappointed after the World Championships, but as you say, bounced back and took the Palm Hills title last week. So where are you as we get to the end of the season, as we prepare for the World Tour finals, but obviously the British Open still to play as well?
Yeah, why do you remind me of something like that? Trying to forget. No, to be honest, having Palm Hills in the middle, like, really helped me, because I had to be on court. It wasn't a choice, and obviously having this tournament before British Open was crucial for me. So it's worked out pretty well, and I enjoyed it again in the latest rounds last week. So I was happy with that coming into here. But obviously, yeah, I just need to keep going, and they keep on putting the 3 most important events at the end of the season, which is the Worlds and then British Open and World Tour Final. So obviously, British Open is a very prestigious one that you always want to win. I won it twice before, but I still want to go for more, obviously. So yeah, it's hard, but you have to do it.
Good stuff. Well, if you want to hear more from Nouran, then she's going to be going to the fan zone very shortly. You might be able to get a quick snap and a photo, but for now, see you in round 3. Congratulations, Nouran Gohar.
Well, you can see Nouran Gohar there just shaking her head and breathing a sigh of relief, you have to say, as she's through. Jazz Hutton put on the performance of the season, saved the best till last. She has had a very good season, and she's ended with a bang here, nearly taken the world number 1 into a 5th and final set. Very aggressive squash, and really had the Terminator on the ropes at times. You can just see the celebration there. Really, really relieved to get through. That could have been anyone's if it went to a 5th.
Big scare there for the world number 1, but she's through in 4 games. 50-minute match. 11-6, 11-7, 7-11, 13-11. One more match to go in this first session here at the Rep Theatre. Men's match coming up, and it's a big one. All-Egyptian clash between Yusuf Ibrahim, the number 9 seed. He's taking on the number 7 seed, Karim Abdel Gawad, coming up in about 6 minutes' time.